Well, welcome back to my channel. So the last video that I made was the Corgi Model Club, and it was the unboxing of the Batmobile and the Batboat, and I just joined the the Corgi Model Club. Okay, so now I've got my first installment, if you like. Okay, so this is the first model. And what I didn't know at that point was whether you started at the beginning of the whole collection, or whether you just started at the point where the collection is now. So that's what I didn't know. So that's what we're going to find out today, and we'll see what we've got. So this is how the box comes. Very light. I'm assuming you start at the beginning, but we'll soon see. Let's get this off. Oh my God. Well, that's a shock. I thought it was going to be bigger than that. That is a big shock. What's the point of that? A massive box for that? Blow me neck. I was expecting something this size. So I've started disappointed already. So it's the 1967 Monte Carlo winner. British Motor Corporation, I think that means. Mini Cooper S. Corgi Model 339. That's the certificate. And tells you a bit on the back. Tells you issued to celebrate the Mini Cooper's famous win at 1967 Monte Carlo Rally. This iconic model was based on the slightly earlier Corgi number 333. A similar rally car, but in an RAC Sun Racing livery. The new version was given the previous model's extended rally sump guard, but added the Monte Carlo rally plate and detailed silver roof rack, complete with 2 spare wheels, sporting replica number plates and authentic rally numbers to match the actual car that was driven to victory in 1967 by Bruno Altonen, well, that geezer anyway, and Henry Linden. The look is completed by 4 yellow jeweled headlights and a Monte Carlo Rally decal on the boot. It originally remained in the Corgi range until 1972. Right, so that's that. That will go into that little box. Yeah, so I've got to say I'm a little bit disappointed by the size. I thought they were going to be more like the Batman size, not like Hot Wheels size or old Matchbox cars. I should have known really, because they're Matchbox. It's a Matchbox. I just obviously wrongly assumed they're all going to be that big, and especially for the price. I think what is it, £30 a month or something like that. Anyway, let's get into it. So the box. So it's a red Mini Cooper S on there. Die-cast scale model, Hornby Hobbies Limited, Margate. Designed in Britain, obviously not made in Britain. Writing's too small. If you want to zoom in there, you can have a look, see what that says. Right, let's open this. Made a right mess of that, haven't I? Join the Corgi Model Club. That's more like it. Right. Oh, that's nice. Although it's small, it is very nice. So you can see the headlights and the spotlights are all very sparkly, very nice. You can see inside red seats and a silver steering wheel. So it's got a lot of detail inside. And the wheels are very... I remember my granddad gave me a load of his old toys and they all had wheels like this. So these aren't fast wheels or anything. There's a sump guard. Roof rack with 2 wheels. It does look very nice actually. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Even though it's small, and it is actually bigger than like a Hot Wheels type car. I'm actually quite impressed. I'm very impressed. The quality looks very good. A little mark there on the front wing. Number plate Lima Bravo Lima 6 Delta. Not sure what these things are supposed to be. I have no clue what they are. Weird. Incidentally, see, it's got white roof. Now this is a thing for Mini Coopers, the Mini Cooper S's. Now the reason why they were painted white was for the Monte Carlo rally. BMC decided that they wanted to be able to see which were their cars. So what they did is they painted all the roofs white, just so that in the mountains and when they're looking down they could see which ones were theirs and they could see which ones were their competitors. And from then on it sort of stuck with Mini Coopers and Cooper S's. That's why they have a different colour roof. And obviously they started the trend. Other manufacturers have done a similar thing on their road going cars, but that's the reason why Mini started doing that. And that is actually fact. I used to work for Mini, and that's what I was told on a training course. So it's got to be true, because I only tell you true stuff on training courses. And it does sound logical. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with that actually. So this is actually from the beginning of the Corgi Model Club collection. So that does conclude my question as where does it start? Does it start where it is now? Or does it start right at the beginning? Now, I think you can stop and start it at any time. You can ask them to not send certain models, that sort of thing. And there's a few models that I wouldn't want. I'm not into really old cars. I'm not into like 20s and 30s cars at all. They just do not rock my boat. Old racing cars don't rock my boat. You know, like Sterling Moss type racing cars I'm talking about. They're just not my thing. I like sort of maybe 50s, late 40s, 50s upwards definitely 70s and 80s cars. I was born in 1970, so 70s and 80s cars are really my thing. So yeah, I'm actually quite impressed, because I was thinking, will it be worth collecting the cars on the Corgi Model Club if I'm starting right towards, well, at this point, and there's already been I don't know, maybe 40 or 50 cars that have already come out. It is quite an expensive club, in my opinion. I mean, it's what, 30, I think it's 30 quid a month. However, the quality is really good. I'm really impressed. Really impressed. Although it's smaller than I thought. Anyway, there you go. There's my BMC or Austin Mini. Actually, does it roll? Let's have a look. The wheels aren't very good. In fact, it's crabbing. Yeah, it doesn't go in a straight line. It crabs and it goes to the left. But these are all going to go on display anyway. They're not for any kids to play with or anything. So there you go. There's my review and my initial thoughts of the Corgi Model Club. Please subscribe. Please like. Please comment. Are you in the model club as well? Were you thinking of joining? If you've already joined, how many into the collection are you? Are you all the way to the end? Well, end as it is now. Be interesting to know those things and how you found it and whether you thought it was worth it, or if you started collecting then you decided to stop because it just becomes too much and it's the models are not as good as you thought. Just let me know in the comments. Cheers, thanks for watching. Try a bit.